Wole, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Backwards Talking with Spencer. I don't know exactly when this is going to air, but I'm guessing it's going to be around the beginning of October. So, let's talk about Halloween because it's Halloween month, Halloween season, and Halloween is a really, really important holiday in our household. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about Halloween, pumpkin, trick or treat. Those are just three words, phrases that we associate with Halloween. And then I'll probably do at least two more episodes, maybe more, of other creepy related things, specifically monsters. We should probably add monster to the list if I didn't already add it to the list. Yeah, all right. Let's talk about Halloween. Halloween. Some people I've heard say Halloween. I'm just going to say Halloween. That's the pronunciation that I'm going to use today. It's pretty easy, actually. This morning, I told my wife that I was going to do this because she's a huge Halloween fan, and she said, "How do you say Halloween backwards?" And I was like, "I don't know. I got to figure it out. I haven't done that yet." She's like, "What? You can't figure it out off the top of your head?" And then I think within seconds, I had said what I thought it would be backwards, which I will go through for you step by step. Enough of this nonsense talking, and let's just talk about the words, which is also a phrase I say in my dictionary podcast, which I'll talk about at the end. All right, Halloween. Those are our syllables. Halloween. The last syllable, ween, is a band that I don't really know much of their music, but maybe I should listen. Ween backwards is new. Ween, new. New. You could do probably N-E-E-W if you want to emphasize the E, or just new, one E. The second syllable, Halloween, would just be ul. And then the first syllable, backwards is ah. So altogether it is niwala, something like that. So let's record it forwards and figure it out. We already figured it out. We'll hear if I'm accurate. Okay. Halloween. That is Halloween. Oh, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. As you can see, this is actually a coincidence that I'm wearing this shirt today. So maybe we'll do some Nightmare Before Christmas words too. Okay, let's listen to this. Niwala. So the W sounds like it's a little bit more with the second syllable, but that's sort of nitpicky. Let's hear it again. Niwala. Yeah, that's pretty easy. All right, let's record that. Make sure we did it accurately. Niwala. And obviously I tried to match the speed, the rhythms, the intonation. But again, eventually I'll get into intonation more. But, sometimes I play around with it here. Have fun with it. Let's hear what this sounds like. Halloween. Halloween. I don't think I did enough of the E sound, niwala, but close enough. All right, let's clean that up. The next word is pumpkin. Obviously, we could do jack-o'-lantern too, but we can save that for another one. I wanted to keep this one pretty simple. Pumpkin. Then there's also like pumpkin spice latte. Good stuff. There are Budweiser now has a Bud Light seltzer that's pumpkin flavored, and there's a ramen company that has a pumpkin flavored ramen. I think we have gone past the line where we should have stopped. A lot of this stuff I like. A lot of it is too much. It's too much. Okay, pumpkin. Kin is the last syllable. That would just be Nick, backwards, give or take. And then pump, backwards. I don't know how much that P, between the M and the K, I don't know how much that P gets emphasized. So we're going to sort of ignore that. We're just going to say pumpkin. Pum, backwards, would be mup. So it'd be something like Nick Mup. But, when the air escapes your lips after you say the K or the P, that's gonna be weird. So let's just say pumpkin forwards and see how we can adjust this a little bit. Pumpkin. Now everybody says pumpkin differently, probably, especially if you're in the middle of speech. Gotta turn off all these extra sounds. Let's close this. All right, pumpkin backwards is Nickmuck. Is pretty close to what I said. Nickmuck. You don't emphasize the K or the P very much, but you do a little bit. All right, so let's just try that. See what it sounds like. Nickmuck. I am very curious to see what this sounds like. Pumpkin. I think if you were to play that for somebody without any context, they might be a little confused or would have to listen to it a few times. If you're saying it within a sentence, like, I bought a pumpkin at the pumpkin patch, then they'll probably get it. So, yeah, we could work on it, but we're not going to do that now. Okay, let's talk about trick or treat. Trick or treat. Now, the or should be pretty easy. The trick and the treat are going to be a little complicated, I think. I think that the TR sound, tr, that's at the beginning of both of them, it's going to be a little funky. But what I figured out is we take treat first, and then because of that T sound at the end, we have a little sound, so we're going to do a little and then treat, tearch, a tearch. I think that, yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're just going to say tearch for now. Or is row, or row. You got to get that oo sound. And then trick is the same kind of thing as treat, where you have the little at the beginning, and then maybe kirch. We gotta figure it out. So let's just say trick or treat. Trick or treat. Now, if I were saying trick or treat to somebody at a house, I would say trick or treat. So maybe we'll see what that sounds like after we get the appropriate pronunciations. So trick or treat backwards sounds like wow. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to record it again. I'm going to do it slower so we can hear a bit more about what's going on. Trick or treat. Now, you would never say it like that, but we need to hear what sounds are happening. So that's pretty close to what I figured out. When you blend it all together, you got to say it really fast, so it's going to come out kind of weird. But let's try what I figured out and see what that is. A tearch row, a kirch. I do not have high expectations for this. Yeah, I mean, it's close and slow, so let's see if we can blend it. Let's speed it up and see what that sounds like. I think it's going to be a mess, but that's what this is. So fun to hear the messiness. Let's see. A tearch row, a kirch. Now, I just said it almost as fast as I could. Obviously, I could have made it even worse, but let's this is going to be interesting. It's not too shabby. I think, do I have this? Nah, I won't do that. Let's just try to record the fun way to say trick or treat. Trick or treat. Let's say that forwards and see if we can sort of mimic that. Trick or treat. All right. Trick or treat, the standard way. Backwards sounds like. Huh. Let's try that again. So the row, the word or kind of gets lost in there. One more time. And the trick, it's super fast. The treat is extended. A tear, draw a kirch, something like that. But all of this gets blended together so much. I'll try it, but it's gonna be bad. A tear, trick your. No, 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 no. Trick or treat. Whatever. It was fun to try. Trick or treat. That's a hard one. So today we had Niwala. Halloween. Next we had Nickma Pumpkin. And next is a Teartro Kirch. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this was a fun episode, and you can look forward to some monsters and things in the upcoming episodes whenever I get around to making them. Bjark's Bus, subscribe to this channel, and you can get notified if you click the bell. Oh my god, I hate saying these things. Subscribe and hit the like. Just do the things just so I don't have to say it. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SpeedJamPar. One of these days I'll say this whole thing backwards. And then you can check out my podcast called The Dictionary, where I read the dictionary. And sometimes I throw in a few backwards words, if they're easy to figure out in the moment. I think that is all I have to say to you today. Bye.